casting call and a sneak peek for my new series called Warriors by the Sea. I've been working on it for a few weeks now, so I have the first episode almost done, and I need some voices. So the first cat I'm going to talk about is Tidestar. He's not really a main character, but he is in the first episode, so I need him. He's kind of an old guy. He's on his last life. He's got a bit of a gravel to his voice, but not a lot. He sounds mostly noble. Then there's Foxwhisker. He's got a much younger voice than Tidestar, but not like squeaky. You kind of want him to sound noble too, but not like, oh, I'm the king of the world, you know. Milkfeather's really kind and gentle. She's really nice. But then there's a part in the first episode where she's kind of like, I'm going to get you. Prickleflower is new to the clan, and she is really cautious and kind of keeps to herself and stuff, and she's got a kind of a harsh voice. Cactuspaw, or Cactus Thorn as he later becomes, is our main character. He is brought to the clan as a kit, and doesn't really know that. He doesn't really feel different, so he's just kind of going around, and I put in his description Edward Norton because that's the guy that I kind of based him off of in The Illusionist, so if you haven't seen that movie, you should. It's really good. Daisy Petal is Cactuspaw's foster mother. She takes care of him when he's brought to the clan. She's very nice and gentle as well, except she doesn't have a harsh side like Milkfeather does. Sagepaw is the love interest in the story, and she's very soft-spoken, doesn't talk a lot. That's basically it. She's got a very soft voice, so don't give her like a when you're doing her lines. Next we have Brave Pelt, who becomes Cactuspaw's mentor, and he's a pretty tough guy. He gets actually a renaming ceremony where he becomes Brave Pelt, so that kind of shows you a little bit about him. Quickfeather was his apprentice mate, like they were apprentices at the same time. So they're about the same age. She's kind of prissy and sassy. She doesn't like to be messed around with. Kind of rude. Yeah, so think about Sandpaw before she started liking Firestar. Then we have Wrenwhisker, she's a lot like Yellowfang, except she's not as harsh. She's a lot nicer. She's cool, yeah. Then there's U-Tail, who is her apprentice. He's not really like an apprentice. He's still called a medicine cat, technically. He's kind of a nervousy guy, but he also has a determined side. Yeah, he's kind of hard to describe. And then there's Silverheart, who is a noble warrior, loyal, true. I'm thinking about making her a deputy later on, but I'm not sure. Hint, hint. Large Paw, Large Fang. He is Cactuspaw's den mate when they are apprentices. Only for a little while, though, because he's older. He's a nervousy guy. He's really excitable. He can, jump around and be all crazy all the time. Bright Paw's his sister. She's much more mellow, but she's also kind of happy-go-lucky, cheery girl. Badgertail's an only child. He's kind of resentful because his dad, Swiftclaw, doesn't really pay attention to him. He's soft-spoken. He's kind of I describe him as handsome because he is kind of handsome as compared to cats. He's tall and, kind of tall, dark, and handsome man. Okay, then there's Gullpaw, Gullflight. He plays the big brother in our series. He's Sagepaw's brother, and he's kind of like, I don't want anybody going near my sister, but I also don't want to keep her in a cave. That's kind of his thing, and yeah, so it's kind of hard to describe too, but you'll get used to him. And Bluefoot is really, really quiet and mysterious. She doesn't talk much at all. She doesn't really get along with anybody. She kind of just does her own thing. Golden Tail is our resident queen. She's like Speckletail. Kind of sassy, prissy, kind of not listening to anybody but herself. And then her three kits, Vine Kit, Fern Kit, and Echo Kit, all she-kits. They are sweet. Echo Kit's the more, out there one, outgoing one. Vine Kit's quieter, but she's still like bouncing off the walls. Fern Kit's the one who's really quiet, doesn't say much at all, just kind of stands around watching her sisters. Hazel Whisker is a quiet cat. She doesn't really do much. She doesn't really come into our story much, except as a mentor later in the story. So yeah, but she's nice to draw. I like her. Swiftclaw is a lot like Darkstripe in this series. He's kind of muscular, kind of scary looking. Doesn't really take kindly to strangers and stuff, so he's kind of an enemy of Prickleflower and Cactuspaw from the start. Lich and Pelt, he is a small guy. He's kind of out there, kind of bumping around, all happy and stuff, and I don't think he's really related to Large Paw and Bright Paw, but he kind of acts like them. He's really kid-like, like always happy and stuff. Burfang, I love this guy because I designed him so funny looking. He is pretty much a loyal warrior, doesn't really have much part in the story, but he's a cool guy. I like him. I like his design mostly. Beefer, he turns up, he's the father of Goldentail's kids. And he's not really in the story as much. He just kind of he becomes a mentor. Yeah. So that's kind of the only thing that really brings him into the story. And then the last three people we have are Crabclaw, Splash Song, and Buzzard Fur. They are elders. I think I'm going to just double cast these guys because I'm not sure how I'm going to bring them into the story yet. You could probably tell this isn't actually written. It's kind of just in my head right now. But yeah, I like these characters. I designed them kind of fun looking. But that's it. I'm done now. Please audition. I'm looking for people who can act, not just read lines. Okay, so make sure you do that. Even though I'm not very good at it. I think that's the biggest thing for me. Also put lots of the character into your voice. Don't be you. Be the character, because that's a big thing about this, okay? Good luck to everybody. I'll cast this one as I have. Let's put at 5 auditions. Hopefully I'll get more than that, but you know how it is. Okay, thank you. Here's your sneak peek. Foxwhisker. There's a cat out there.
What? Thank you, Large Paw. Swiftclaw. Bluefoot, come with me. Greetings, Queen. What are you doing on ShoreClan territory?
I will discuss that with your leader.
Very well.